As I begin this morning or this afternoon, I just got to say, thank you to Shad Khan and the Jacksonville Jaguars for really giving me this opportunity to lead this football team and to lead this fan base and to lead, this city. Obviously, I'm eager and ready to hit the ground running alongside, Tony Khan and Trent and Mark Lamping and really the entire front office and the organization of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And my wife and I have been here for a short period already this morning, but I can tell just walking through this building and the excitement that's in this building and have a chance to really sit with a couple players this morning and just get a feel for them. And this culture is all about winning. The players here want to win. I want to win. And that's what I can bring to the Jacksonville Jaguars, to this community, and to our fan base. As Shad mentioned, the interview process was thorough. It was very exhaustive, and even for us as candidates who went through the process, not really knowing what was going to go on. And I can appreciate the diligence that the Khan family presented, what Trent presented, what they went through with Tony, and really, the fact that they took time to get to this decision today makes me even more proud that, yes, I was the first candidate interviewed, and yes, I was the last candidate interviewed. And in between, there were a lot of great candidates. A lot of great candidates could be sitting here, today. And to our fans, listen, I know you've been through a lot. You've been through a lot, even this past season. But that's about to change. And I can promise you that I'm going to come to work every single day with the diligent task to make this a winning organization. This is what he has asked me to do. This is why I've been hired here today. And this is a relationship that is just beginning. And so I'm excited, one, to have this opportunity to lead your organization, but two, to be able to get in here, develop a coaching staff, develop our philosophies, develop our schemes to be successful on the football field. This is not an overnight fix. This is not, we're just going to snap our fingers and start winning football games. Our goal is to win football games, but we're going to do it one player, one coach, one person in the organization at a time. And I'll challenge our team and I'll challenge our fans. It's about ownership. It's about support. It's about leadership. And that's what I'll bring. That's what I'll bring to the organization.
And multiple players came in and said, it's the off season, it's the weekend, guys are traveling. And I talked to Josh Allen, he said, I had to get here to meet my coach. What did that mean when all these players showed up and it was one by one coming in your office?
That just goes to show you the type of players that are here on this team. And that's a credit to Trent and his staff to be able to bring these players with high character, not only great athletes and great football players, but high character. And that's something that I'm a big believer in. And having that type of structure and to see and talk to these players this morning, to show the support and to be able to talk with them, and that's why I said in my statement, these guys want to win. Bottom line, they want to win, and it's got to be about football, and it is with these guys. And so it makes you feel good that they were there this morning.
You have a franchise quarterback here in Jacksonville and Trevor Lawrence. He seems to be excited. How much was that a draw for you that this could be a great fit for you here in Jacksonville?
That's something that I obviously looked at, with the teams that were searching for head coaches is who is the quarterback and is that person in place? And here it is. I truly believe that. And everything, as I've done my research on Trevor and talked to people, even talked to coaches who have played against him this past year, say nothing but great things and kind of the sky's the limit. And, it is unfortunate that, that things didn't go necessarily smoothly, this past year, but that's behind us now. And I'm just excited to, come in here, roll up my sleeves, go to work, create a system that enhances his skill set and be successful. I pride myself in that, and we did it, in my former place with Carson Wentz early in his career, and really feel like that's, a strength that I can help. and be a part of that. So I was excited, to not only be a part of this organization, but met him downstairs today for the first time, and just a humble kid that also is ready to get things going, and he wants to win as well.
Having been through this before with the Eagles, looking at the power structure, what did you learn in taking a year off and during your 5 years in Philly that maybe you see that this organization needs to either implement or needs to enhance here, both in the power structure and how it operates?
Yeah, the thing that I learned coming out of Philadelphia too was just, and Shad has alluded to it, even Trent. I mean, we had such a collaborative approach. We had open dialogue, and we have tough conversations. That's why we get put in these positions, right? To make hard choices. It's never going to be in my favor, and it's probably not going to be in Trent's favor or Shad's favor. But at the end of the day, when we walk out on that practice field or that game field, we're Jaguars, and that's the way the structure was, where I came from in Philadelphia, and I see that same structure. And these are even the conversations through this process, and it wasn't just me being interviewed, several weeks ago in December, and then again a couple days ago. These are conversations that were ongoing throughout the entire process, and that's what draws you to organizations where, it's the head coach has also some say in picking the ingredients, so to speak, right? And I think that's important, because we're the ones out there coaching these players and getting them right on game day, and I just love the fact that we can get in a room and we can dialogue and make these hard decisions.
John Shipley, Jaguar Report, SI. Doug, just really your year away from the NFL, what did you learn, specifically about staffing and building an organization?
Yeah, that's obviously the big topic when it comes to interview. And, as I look around the league and I even think about the staff that I worked with and it evolved, it shaped itself over the 5 years there in Philadelphia. At the end of the day, you find guys that you love coming to work with, and we all have the same common goal, to win games. And, we work together, and we're in place, as I mentioned earlier, to help the player to become the best version of himself. And that's how you end up winning the game, is, through one player at a time. And staff is important, and I love guys that are high energy guys, because I'm going to be that way on the field. And guys that are great teachers and great communicators. And, it doesn't always have to be your best friend or because there's some great coaches out there, and there's some guys that it's just unfortunate, but there's only just so many spots, right, on a coaching staff, and you could fill them with a lot of good coaches. And at the end of the day, I get the decision to make that choice, and through communication and again our process here. And that's who I want to surround myself with. And it's still it's an ongoing process right now. Nothing is set. Nothing's been established, and I'm going to be working on that here in the coming days.
Have you decided yet, and I know it's early in the process, but have you decided yet if you're going to be calling plays? And can you just talk about how Trevor Lawrence fits into your offensive philosophy?
As far as Trevor goes, obviously it's something that as I get in here and really start diving into the film, I've been able to watch him, not only on TV, but look at him on tape and watch him and kind of know who he is, a little bit about him. But the more now that I get to come in here and really study him and study the game, and obviously, listen, he's one player on this team. He's a good player, but also watching the entire team, offense, defense, and special teams, and that's our job moving forward is to find more good pieces to put around him. So I'm excited, from that standpoint. And then refresh my memory on your first part of that. Calling plays, yeah. That's something that I pride myself in. I will say this right now, that I want to call the plays, and I want to put myself in position to help this football team, and that's not only lead the team, but I've done that in my 5 years in Philadelphia, and I feel really comfortable doing that. And listen, there are times when you get stuck in games and you turn things over. I'm going to be the first one to tell you that you get stuck as a play caller, and you turn it over to some different eyes. And that's just where I'm at. I want to do it. I want to continue to do it and be successful at it.